Sunny across Central Florida. I'm your host, John Pavano. Sunny across Central Florida is a weekly hour-long program that talks to our community leaders about our local issues. And today we have a little treat with us from the American Dance Competition, Audrianna. She's the founder and president. The American Dance Competition is happening March 5th through the 7th. Audrianna, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, Orlando. Nice to see you.
What is the American Dance Competition?
American Dance Competition. We're into our 5th year. We're extremely excited. It's coming up. Want to invite all you guys out on March 6th. It's going to be in Daytona at the News Journal Center. It is a scholarship nonprofit competition, meaning that we are gearing towards the pre-professional student only. We are not about the recreational student just giving away ribbons. You know, we want to launch careers and give away scholarships to start your life as a professional, basically.
It's been 5 years, and you guys just decided to start this one day and, to help young professionals get started?
Well, I can't say it definitely started overnight. When I actually sat down and started the business plan, it kind of steamrolled really quickly. But I must say the first thought I would say that came into my mind was when I was actually dancing myself, and I kind of noticed a problem amongst a lot of my former colleagues and friends, and they were having a hard time getting jobs, transferring jobs, or initially coming out of high school and getting jobs. So I was like, why is this happening? Even if you're coming out of very, credible training institutions. So I was like, this is just something that I've been mulling over for years. And I was like, there's got to be a better way, basically. So I was thinking, I could create this platform offering, professional stage experience, scholarship opportunities to leading ballet companies, opportunity for industry leaders to come in and see you, and a chance to expose themselves and get their name out there.
And over the last 5 years, how much growth have you seen in this project?
Growth-wise, I see the biggest growth that I've seen has been through the growth of our reputation. Positive word of mouth and the importance that people put on, something like this is the main catalyst that drives a competition like this.
So what's the difference between other competitions and the American Dance Competition?
I kind of briefly mentioned, I'd say there's so many dance competitions out there in this, it kind of exploded probably within the last 5 years, I would say. And the biggest difference, I'd say, between 95% of us is that we are the nonprofit scholarship competition. So we're not just here's an award, here's a trophy for just coming on stage and doing whatever. We are legitimately trying to progress their career. Between the other competitions that are similar in nature to us, we just want to have a friendly environment so they feel at home. We give them positive criticism so they can go home, work even harder, and come back next year.
With the economy the way it is, it must be really tough for you guys to get funding. How are you guys going about doing this?
Funding from outside sources, outside of the dance industry, has been incredibly hard for us. That's something within our next phase that we're going to have to work extremely hard to kind of push the next level. We've been incredibly, we've had great support through in kind, within our own current dance industry, but definitely pushing into that next phase, it's something that we've got to work towards.
And at the dance competition, who's going out there and judging for you? Who you have saying, oh, you're a good dancer, we're going to give you a scholarship?
Yeah, judges are, one of the most important elements to the competition. They're, in the event, they're more or less the face of the competition, so they have to have the very credible expertise, that they have to draw on. We're bringing, people that are, top leaders within that industry. We have to bring them in, so they give, obviously great advice, but also we're looking for individuals that are friendly and can give positive criticism, not just look at them and be like, oh, you don't have a dancer's body or whatever. We can't have that kind of attitude. So
I'm sure it's already tough to go up there and dance, never mind having somebody go and knock you down to the knees.
Exactly.
So so this dance competition is happening March 5th through the 7th. How do you sign up to get into the dance competition?
Well, for the competitors themselves, they have to sign up about a month ahead of time. Now, it's a, like you said, it's a 3-day process. We start off with a first round that's not open to the public. It's something, we call it our preliminary round, and the kids are seen one-on-one with the judges through technique classes and this and that, and then once they make it through this round, then they go onto the stage, which everyone's invited to come see. It's free. And then we go from there, and that night we have the award ceremony, and then the next day we have some more workshops and more learning experience for them.
So it's just not a competition, so you're doing workshops, you're trying to help them
improve.
It's
a whole educational,
well, that's really nice of you guys to do that. So what does, when you guys go into this preliminary round, what do you guys look for in the competitors?
Well, we have a lot of different kinds of competitors that come to ADC. We have ones that are extremely strong in the contemporary modern type style, and then we have some that are very passionate about classical ballet. And then we've got some that have this weird breed. They're like really great at both, and that's something important that we look for. One of our main prizes in the competition is finding those select individuals that are well-rounded in both, because those are ones that we see that will go out and do something, particularly special with their career.
Does everyone kind of compete against each other, or do you guys have like categories? You have like ballets, one categories they're competing in, or modern dance is another categories?
We have two big categories. We would call contemporary dance, which would be basically anything within certain realms that's different than classical ballet. And then, of course, it's split in between their age divisions. We also have ensembles, too. We have like groups coming, too.
Because I kind of recognize your last name. Your brother's kind of a celebrity, right? He's Arcadian Broad. He's on America's Got Talent.
Right.
And I remember him because, for some reason, I don't know how I remember him, but maybe because he's a kid, but he made it pretty far in America's Got Talent.
He did.
And I think you were the person behind the curtain there?
I was. I'm always with him. Always with him.
What kind of stuff is he doing now?
He's gone through, he's went on the Ellen Show. He's done a lot of local performances. There's a lot of charity things now. And now he's actually kind of working towards acting a little bit. So you may see him coming out within the next year or two.
That's cool, and he's going to be at the dance competition also.
He is. He's among the competitors roster, so, if you guys loved Arcadia on the show, here's a chance to come see him.
So he's competing? Is anyone going to have a chance?
It's always up in the air. It depends on their performance for the day.
What kind of judges are you going to have there? Are you going to have celebrity judges?
They're not necessarily they're not like celebrity judges like from TV or anything. We want to find ones that are within the ballet world, that are known within the ballet world. So when they we've had some great ones. We had Ben Stevenson. I know you probably don't really know what it is, but a lot of ballet dancers are all going to know. He was artistic director of Houston Ballet for years. This is just something, I guess, within our industry that gives it credibility.
So no Sharon Osbourne.
Correct. Yeah.
How well have the winners done?
The winners, that is, one of the greatest moments is, yes, this is going in our 5th year, so it's hard to see where our alumni have gone because, we've only have a certain short segment of people that, come and left. But already since, I get letters coming in going, oh my God, thank you for your program. My kid just got hired by Kansas City Ballet or Miami City Ballet. And, when I get those things, that's great because I know I was that liaison, that step in the process. And that was my whole point, I guess, in starting this. So.
And what's normally the scholarship that you guys get?
We get them into the program as, into their school for the summer program. Most of these ballet companies have intensive summer programs for like a month or two. And so we get them in there free on scholarship. And they get into the doors, and then from then on out, it's on them. They got to start working themselves, trying to get into that professional company.
And where's this taking place in Daytona once again?
It's the News Journal Center. It's it's right underneath that overpass that goes onto A1A. It's real. You can't miss it. It's a great venue.
And then can people go out there and just watch the competition?
As I said, I want to invite as many people as I can. Come on out, enjoy. It's a good nonprofit event. If you have any friends, colleagues, bring them on out. So
as time goes on, what direction do you hope the ADC goes towards? Like, what are you looking for out of this?
My goal for the next 5 years is, to become a little bit more tightly involved in the community, whether by joining other art festivals or, but most importantly, gaining corporate support. That's going to be the next big thing. How
much hard work do you put into this? Is it, is it worth it all to you?
It's, daily. It's the type of job, you can't just go home and go to bed. So you're laying in bed and you are thinking thoughts constantly about your business. And I think that's normal for, a business owner. But that moment that I see the kids on stage, I work all year for this, and the moment I see those kids on stage, it's well worth it. I just kind of sit back, I look at all the things that we've created.
What's the most important thing they should focus on? As far as competing? As far as
them competing?
Yeah.
I would say, they have to obviously be prepared when they come. They need to be focused. They have their technical ability we look at their artistry. So they can't just be all concerned about their feet and their legs, and so they have to worry about their, how they're presenting themselves. We look for confidence. We look for their heart and passion coming through their dance. That alone can get them far.
Do 7-year-olds normally have a lot of heart and passion when they're dancing up there?
Actually, yeah. A lot of kids are starting very young. I find our young age category is very talented.
Really?
Yeah.
What's great what you guys are doing, trying to get people started in their careers. The American Dance Competition happening March 5th through the 7th. And you have a website?
We do have a website, www.theamericandancecompetition.com.
Are all the forms to sign up there?
Yes, it is. Downloadable on the website.
All right, and do you have a Facebook page or anything that people can sign up for?
We do. If you go actually to our website, there's a link right there. You can become a fan of ADC.
And once again, what's your phone number?
407-529-6729.
Well, Audrianna, thank you for joining me today. Thanks for taking your time out, and thanks for doing a dance competition for the people around here.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.